The script. Oh, poor sleepwalkers, still convinced you're the ones making decisions, still convinced that when things fall apart, it's bad luck or God is testing you. No, sweet snails, you're being led, dragged, puppeteered, and you keep asking, why isn't life the way I want it to be? It's because you're not composing anything. You're just being shuffled frame to frame like a character in a movie who thinks they're being the director. But everything can be put right. Those who seek the advantage find it and become advantageous themselves. Let's review. Number 1, your job isn't to control the script or figure out how it happens. 2, your job is to know the outcome you want and to set the goal frame. 3, when life feels like it's falling apart, that's the advantage. It means that reality is clearing the way. Number 5, you're walking through the film when you stay fully present and move with intention. Number 6, you have to let outer intention do the work by allowing and staying neutral as if nothing concerns you. And finally, number 7, wake up, stay aware, keep composing, and when anything seems to go wrong, say it. Say advantage. Now, if you don't want to wake up and look for the advantage of the moment, you'll often only realize what it was after it's too late. You look back and see how you resisted the situation and how that resistance made you miss the opportunity. Yes. You will keep forgetting and remembering too late many times until tracking your attention becomes a habit. And why do you constantly forget about your attention? Do you remember? Here's a riddle for you. What is the easiest and at the same time the most important question that torments snails even without them realizing that it torments them? Now, there's no point in frowning at me, you won't guess. Here it is. Why aren't things the way I want them to be? That is the question. So, what is the answer? It is because you're being led by a script, because you are unaware of the fact, because you do not compose reality yourself, but simply exist within it like fish in an aquarium, or more precisely, like little slimy snails. The fact that you're constantly in a vegetative state and only occasionally wake up and realize that you were sleeping proves that you're being led by the script. Why did you think that you forget about your attention? You think it's from absent-mindedness? No, it's because you're being led by the script. You think that you're acting independently, getting your own way, but that's just an illusion. That's the illusion of action. And if I may remind you, it lies in being so caught up in reality that you don't notice the illusion and aren't aware that you are being an obedient character of the game. You think you're making your own choices, but you're not. That's the illusion of action. You're so caught up in what's happening around you that you don't realize that you're just following a script like a character in a movie who doesn't know that they're in a movie. Think about film characters. The actors might be long gone, but every time the movie plays, the characters live again, repeating the same lines, the same actions. It's quite strange, right? But that's how real life works too. You didn't invent movies, you modeled them after how reality actually functions. Reality is the movie. You're just inside it, forgetting that it's playing. You invented films not because you came up with the idea yourselves, but because this aspect of reality already exists. You cannot come up with anything new that does not already exist in waking reality or that is not yet explicitly manifested. The only reason you have film is that you're living in a motion picture yourself. Film is a model of reality. Here's the strange part. You are a character in a script just like in a movie. But unlike movie characters, you've been given consciousness. You can ask questions, reflect, and even wake up. That's the paradox. Reality plays like a film, but you have the power to step outside the script. Yet most of the time, your awareness is off. You fall back asleep and let the outer world run the show. What's even crazier is that this doesn't shock you. You've heard you're being led by the script, but it sounds like a metaphor or a joke or something mystical. It's not. It's real. You just haven't fully felt the truth of it yet. But if you keep experimenting with how reality responds to your awareness, you'll have a moment of total clarity. And when that moment hits, you will be shocked. Right now, you only suspect that there's something like a script running your life, what people call fate. But fate is just a vague direction. The script is much more exact. It's a program running your thoughts, your behavior, and actions like scenes in a movie. The problem is that most people think that they're choosing their path, but they're not. They react. They try to control everything, and in doing so create more problems. They see threat where there could be opportunity. You can't control the script you're in, but you can choose a different one. The way you do that is to consciously create a new alignment, a new reality, and step into that instead. It's really tempting to try and control everything around you, people, events, outcome, because that's what you're used to. But that urge to control is an illusion. You're not actually in charge of the script that way. When you try to force things, you trigger a chain reaction of problems. Reality tightens around you. The more you interfere, the more stuck you become. Before you know it, you're like a rat in a maze, exhausted, lost, and no closer to freedom. Real power doesn't come from force. It comes from awareness, presence, and knowing how to shift the frame, not wrestle with it. You must understand that it is not possible to directly influence either the local script or the general course of events. You can only grasp the edge of the canvas of reality and make use of some of its components. Seeking the advantage is one of those components. And if you don't get this, I'll annihilate you all. Dimwits I can do without. I have a button called delete. It countermands everything, or erases it. I don't remember which exactly. I should check.